I'm Jill Reckie, and I've been a citizen of Colorado for 25 years, about half that time at Bell Laboratories in Westminster and now with NCWIT. We're serving large global companies as well as academic institutions to help them build inclusive cultures. Several recurring patterns consistently thwart diversity and inclusion efforts by city governments that can often lead citizens to feeling like they're excluded and outside looking in. Common culprits are societal bias. For this reason, there are opportunities to increase awareness, ownership, and accountability by policymakers, city planners, and the public sector, as well as senior leaders in corporations. We may be relying too heavily on technology-driven and piecemeal approaches rather than strategic, systemic approaches to using technologies that can help solve our city's most pressing concerns for its citizens' safety and well-being. And when it comes to diversity and inclusion, inclusive culture and tech innovation specifically, we may rush to embrace some checkbox types of solutions like unconscious bias training and create unrealistic goals or inappropriate metrics, all with good intentions, but not so good outcomes. What NCWIT is all about is helping leaders learn how they can fix the system and not blame the women or ask them to lean in or be more confident and not create men as the enemy, but really to look at societal bias. The good news is we know what to do. And this is an industry change model that we've developed that is research-based framework for companies and government institutions to use to look at culture change. You can see top leadership right smack in the middle. It's so important. Nothing's outsourced. There's an accountability. Why does this matter? Because we need more diverse people creating future technologies. This is NCWIT's national talent pool called the Aspirations in Computing Program with 10,000 young women, and 60% of them are not white. In case you're wondering why this matters, here's an example from a 2010 book. Barbie says, "I'm only creating the design ideas. I'll need Stephen and Brian's help to make it a real game." And this book was out for 3 years until Mattel actually pulled it off. We can't go into all the science today, but in a nutshell, we have shortcuts or schemas in our brains, which you've probably heard of, but they make us miss or misinterpret things. It's called unconscious bias. Here's one example from O Magazine from May of 2007, flipping the picture to reframe our perceptions where a white girl sees nothing but brown dolls and none of them look like her. And another from the same issue of O Magazine in 2007 that disrupts our thinking and demonstrates that biases shape our schemas in ways we aren't even conscious of. So what's the point of all this? Diversity benefits creativity. And research is very clear. Groups with greater diversity solve complex problems better and faster than homogeneous groups, period. Here's a bunch of data in case you want it. We have lots of data. Underrepresented groups and women just aren't participating in the development of future technologies that can serve our cities. And that's not okay with me. I don't think it's okay with you either. Let's keep the end game in mind. Diverse and inclusive technical cultures are important for all groups. It's not just about gender. And we don't want to lose the fact that historical marginalization matters. It's a complex puzzle that makes us all who we are. So what can you as city leaders, policymakers, and CEOs do? I'm going to quickly highlight a few strategies. I ask you to think about this on several different levels. Some of you as individuals can start doing things now, and others may require more collaboration or community involvement. Sometimes you need to do something in the moment and wait. Other times you need to wait and make a plan. As leaders, you can start by implementing change yourself. It starts with you. Ask us in a spirit of inquiry. Tell me more about that. Or become curious. I wonder how tasks are actually assigned on my team or on someone's team. Practice identifying bias and interrupting and processes with retaining and recruiting and promotions. And NCWIT has about 160 different research-based resources and practices and advice that we can share. For one assignment, if you're interested, you can take a longer strategic approach and just pick 2 things that you can do today. This is Megan and our CEO, Lucy Sanders. And I just want to remind you that I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you for making this an awesome city. I love living here, and it's thanks to many of your efforts. Thank you.